Welcome to Elvis Fans Matter. We're here and we're gonna talk about naturally Elvis. We got some questions that people have asked, and we'll start with answering maybe some of them. I'll let Danielle read them and then we'll respond to them.
All right, with last week being Easter, I got some questions Monday or Tuesday about Easter. They asked, did Elvis do any type of get-together for Easter at Graceland? Did y'all have big dinners, or did the kids hunt Easter eggs, or did everybody kind of go with their own families, or?
Yeah, and when he bought Graceland and all, we had a lot of area, and we hid all the eggs, and all of us, adults and all, hunted the eggs.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I was going wrong.
I was too.
No.
Now he did after Lisa was born. He did out in California. I know they had Easter egg hunt out there, but back here, normally this was
Really?
really during the summertime. It's when mostly she came, or at Christmas. So, and two, people think like, what did you have for dinner? Did he have? We didn't have big, elaborate dinners and things like that. Most of the time, he just, whatever he normally ate, and
Well,
everybody
that's
else.
because he was such a tightwad.
He was, but
I'm kidding about that one.
Yeah, but he didn't. It's not like what everybody thinks. He didn't have the
You don't know
big.
what they think.
But normally you think about a big movie star or a big celebrity or whatever. They have these great dinners, and Elvis liked to eat things with his fingers.
Yeah.
He was just plain old. Well, not plain old in any means, but I mean, like that, just like we are. Just,
I know one Easter out in California on Perugia Way, we kept getting packages and packages and
I remember
packages.
that.
And I thought, golly, what they sending him some things here to open, so we waited and waited and waited, and he never did. Told him about it, and he never did respond, and all that. And
We did.
it wasn't but just a couple of 3 days that
You had to respond.
we had to respond. I mean, it got to stinking, golly, doggos, that shipped him all different type of eggs, colored and different
Decorated,
things, decorated,
glittered.
Like
I had forgotten that.
dyed Easter,
Yeah.
Dyed Easter
but
eggs.
they were real eggs.
Real
Yeah,
eggs.
some of them.
Boy.
Some of them were, different things. They sent him Easter rabbits, stuffed animals, and things like that. But he,
But the egg, ooh.
But I remember them being stacked up all the way down to the
Yeah.
floor from the front door.
That's a nice
They got a
thought.
little rank.
They did. They did.
But now we
Especially the
We did-
dry heat in
It was during
California.
it was
Yeah.
during the time he was filming a movie, and he just they would get in late, and he'd have to go straight to bed and get up and leave the next day, and he just let it let them keep piling up and
I'm glad you said that, because we have another question, so it just kind of
goes
rolls
in.
about
together.
piling up.
Not about piling up. She said he would get in, have to go to bed because he had to be back on set or back where. So somebody asked, does everybody kind of knew and had the idea that Elvis and the group were night owls. That was his life. It was nighttime, but they said
Only when we hooted.
Only
they,
mostly at Graceland in Memphis.
okay, but they
Is that
said,
you?
how did he adjust, or did he adjust well when he had to be on a movie set or at the airport or at a show? you know, especially the movie days when he had to, the set called for him to be there early because they had to shoot in the daytime. It wasn't a nighttime shoot; it was daytime. They said, did he easily adjust to his sleeping habits and the time changes and everything, or did he have trouble?
No, he didn't adjust easy to it. I mean, you know, we had to get up early, you know.
And two, he took sleeping medication.
Yeah.
You know, and then he had a wake up call. Somebody had to wake him up at a certain time, so it was up to the guys.
Yeah.
You know, whichever one had to wake him up and make sure that he got up, got ready, and
Yeah.
took off to the studio.
We had to be at the.
During the week, they didn't really allow people up. Not when we lived out. When I lived there, they didn't really allow people coming up like on the weekdays if it was a movie shoots and all that, because a lot of times it would be, if they went on location, it could be like maybe 12 o'clock before they even got back home because they had to do something at night out in a certain area or something.
Right.
But
Well, most of the time, it was like, you know,
a job.
had to get up about, you know, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And had to naturally drive to the studio, and then he had to go into makeup, and usually
Wardrobe
usually around about 8:30, 9 o'clock they'd start shooting, and that would go on to about 5 or 6.
take a break for lunch and
Yeah, we took a break for lunch every day, you know. That's, you know, crew and all. You know. But that's usually the way a movie day went, you know. It's the same thing, routine, every day you had to be at, you know.
now back in Memphis, it was entirely different.
Oh,
Right, and I think that's mainly their question
Yeah.
because he was known for his nighttime, and y'all too were known
Yeah.
for your
Well, believe
nighttime
it-
life.
We did. We slept a lot in the daytime, and our day would usually start about 6 or 7 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Or maybe so.
depends.
It just depended on what he
Yeah.
wanted to do, and
Basically, whatever time he got
Yeah,
up.
basically, that's right.
You won't believe it or not, what?
I don't even know now. Now we, we on the weekend, like we were shooting movies all now. On the weekend, he would have people up.
Have people come up
We'd
to
sit
the
up
house.
real late. Now during movie times, we didn't go to bed. You know, like when we got there, it'd be around 10, 11
10,
o'clock.
yeah.
Right.
And
but not normally like
No.
5 or 6 in the morning like we
No.
did it
mm-mm.
in Memphis. Because we did most everything we did at night in Memphis, unless it was shopping or something like that.
That's true. Yeah.
We stayed. We did everything at night, but and we still do. We're night owls still. It's hard for us to make doctor's appointments or anything if it's
Well,
Early.
nowadays it's hard to just about do anything.
yeah.
You know, getting up's hard.
That could be because we're, as Elvis used to say, old and of age.
Yeah.
Old and of age.
All right, next
All
question.
right, I'm getting my next question. I thought I wrote the whole thing down, and I did not. So,
Falling behind.
right, we
We'll
also
have to get it straight out.
we have a follower, and he has asked, and then he did message me and
We're
say,
being followed?
yeah, he said,
Oh, God.
I've asked it, and I know that y'all are busy, but he said, do you think it was just a stupid question? I shouldn't have asked it. Not at all. I explained to him, we get so many questions,
we
and
do.
we sort them, and we try to get different
And a lot of
ones
people
together.
ask the same question.
Yeah, so you're not being ignored at any time. His name is Ronald Kennedy, and I believe his last name is Hennis. And if I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. But he served in Vietnam. And he said he always planned on writing a letter to Elvis and asking him for an autograph, and he never did. Just, I don't know if it was time or maybe just getting the nerve
Yeah.
up. But he said if he had written to Elvis and asked for an autograph, do you personally think that Elvis would have done it? since he was in Vietnam and he was a huge Elvis fan and wanted.
I think you would have.
Most definitely. I
And
do.
And I know Elvis would do the same thing. We thank you for your honor.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you for
For
serving.
Serving, yeah. You know, Al Strada was in Vietnam too. He was where did he stay? I forgot how many, but I know he said he would tell us about some of the things, not talk about it too much, but he saved every penny that he made and bought a home for his mother when he got out.
Yeah.
So I thought I just remember, you know,
And that's
And-
a hard. I mean, that's
that was a horrible.
that's a
war.
horrible war, and that is a hard thing, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
we do thank you for your service.
And all the respect in the world, because that was during our time. A lot of our friends, a lot of our cousins and family and all that were in Vietnam, and we have all the respect in the world for the Vietnam vets. It was just
Well, this is one of my own personal political views. Those gentlemen didn't have a choice.
no,
It was Vietnam or prison.
yeah,
That was their choices. You were drafted, either you went and served your country or,
Yeah.
you're in prison. And when somebody downs one of our Vietnam, really, and this is bad, pisses me off.
it does me
because
too.
They,
I mean, you have a hard choice to make.
yeah, well, and they went over there and they fought, regardless of what it was about. Now,
They
to me, if you're going to blame anybody, it should have been our politicians for getting us into it.
yeah,
Help policing. Of course, we got to help them.
we were supposed
But
to
we
be
wound
policing.
up doing more fighting than policing. But get off on that. Now.
But you know, they didn't get the honor that they should have gotten and the respect when they came home, and that.
I didn't mean to get off and go crazy.
Kind of like Major Payne there.
Yeah.
His second
And
part.
business was good.
That he had a second part to his question. He said, and this is just what do you think? Do y'all think if after he got back from serving, if he had asked to maybe meet Elvis or come up to the house, do you think that Elvis would have said yes and met with him?
I think he would have
If
been
it could
honored.
have been,
I think
arranged.
Worked out.
Yeah, I think it would have, but it would have had to been, when Elvis was, more at home and relaxed.
And
Yeah.
prepared and
But yeah, I think he would have.
But Elvis had, by him being in, he wasn't in service during wartime, but he had a lot of respect and for
the serviceman.
veterans and
Turned out.
law enforcement and everything. That's why I don't like Agent Elvis. It's disrespectful to me, but that's just my opinion.
So.
Keep it to yourself.
Well, I think with this one we've done enough, and we're wanting to kind of incorporate questions and everything in videos and kind of keep more
Yeah.
for later, so we can maybe wrap this one up.
I want to say too, though. I want to say that we appreciate so much for all the birthday presents, the cards. My gosh, it was just unreal, and the Easter cards and everything.
and all the comments you got, happy
Oh,
birthdays on
yes,
Facebook. They had
so
a ton.
many. I didn't even know that many people knew I was alive, or Billy either. But that's just.
That is the thing is with messages and comments, we do read all of them
Yes,
and
we
check
do.
them out. We may not always get the chance to reply, or it may be at a time that they see it or I see it, and we're not able to reply them. But you don't go unnoticed.
Yeah, don't think we don't appreciate it. 'cause
Every
we
one
do.
of them.
And, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about other fans of different artists, but Elvis fans, to me, are the best.
Best, yes.
And two, I want to say a friend of ours' mother is in the hospital,
Yeah.
and Chris Jocelyn, Miss Shirley, and we hope you know, that you get to feeling better and get out and get home. And our good friend Phyllis Potts.
Yes.
Get well, Phyllis,
Get well,
because we love you.
Phyllis. We love you. Something else just to add to it, because we hit a big thing today. Our EFM Presents Q&A during Elvis Week with Billy and Joe is sold out. And we thank you, everybody that has shared it, and everybody that's ordered their seats and everything. Check out the live video that I put on Saturday, the 15th. It gives you a little information about possibly adding a session on Monday. So check it out. But with that,
I can tell you this, I didn't think I had that many people that cared about me. But we love y'all.
We do.
And you
Love every one
remember
of you.
what we always say,
Elvis fans matter.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.